Is Mossad dangerous? Indeed they are. Powerful, cunning. The intelligence agency of Israel is no one to be trifled with. They have assassinated before, and they will certainly do it again. So with that being said, does Theo Von run the risk of being assassinated by Mossad or any function of Israel? No, just literally no. And this is the craziest thing in the world. I thought he was joking. Legit thought he was joking. But Theo Von has really crossed that line. And I know, you know what? There's going to be a lot of the anti-Israel people are going to lose it. I'm not playing this game.
So in this clip, Tim Pool is going to rag on Theo Von. I might have to use the copyright type of. Forgive me. I might have to like cover some of the clip because Theo Von is known to come in copyright, which is like weird to me. But Tim Pool is going to drag Theo Von for a statement that Theo Von made. I have to say that I'm agreeing a little bit with Tim Pool again on this one. Tim Pool is going to eviscerate and roast and annihilate Theo Von. Theo Von did get a little, I don't know, to me, I felt like Theo Von got a little unhinged or something. I don't know what's going on with Theo Von. Listen, you know what? I'm not in Theo Von's personal life. Let me not even play around like that. Let me not. Love the Celsius that's just right there for everybody to see, and the rye and all the, but whatever. Anyway, it's all good. Tim Pool is about to really roast Theo Von. Let's get into it.
I don't know where Nick Fuentes stands on this one. They started posting almost immediately. They, as in many personalities, including people like Ian Carroll. I like Ian, but man, this crossed the line, right? Right after Charlie Kirk was killed, they blamed Israel for it. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. It wasn't Israel that was posting foreknowledge of Charlie Kirk's death and gloating about it. It was a bunch of obvious trans individuals, and they've been like doxxed. So you know who they are. And there are questions about the vehicles at the apartment of this alleged assassin, the chats they were in. Guys, holy crap. I don't think that the FBI story they've given us is the complete information. And there seems to be a lot of holes and a lot of questions that I and many other people have. But holy crap, that they would just immediately blame Israel for it. Now, invariably, there will be an inundation of spam blasts on this video about how I'm paid by Israel or supporting Israel. I don't give two craps about Israel at all. Literally don't. I'm not an evangelical. I am not Jewish. I don't think the U.S. should be supporting them. Tucker Carlson did a great segment talking about THAAD missile batteries that were being left in Israel unaccounted for, and we're wasting our money, and we shouldn't be giving this money. And I'm sitting here being like, boy, oh boy, that money could be going to defending our border and dealing with cartels. I don't care about Israel, nor do I want our money going to them. But that doesn't matter, because all of these people have just gone nuts.
So okay, calm down, though. See, I don't understand. Like, everybody just relax. Why did he make his voice like that? Like, sometimes, yes, people show up in your replies and they call you a shill. Okay. You just got to deal with that. You know how much stuff I get in the... Okay, all right. That was just kind of weird. By the way, if you like this clip, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on these videos.
Say it before I play this clip from Theo Von. I thought it was a joke, and then I saw the reactions to everything. And you may have heard that Theo Von was reportedly suicidal. He's rejected those claims, saying it's not true. But there have been numerous reports that he was at a show and he said he was trying hard to take his own life. He has now done this episode, which came out just the other day. In it, he says that he is not suicidal, Israel, as if he genuinely thinks Israel's going to suicide him.
All right, let's just get right to the clip.
If the story is good and it matters, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, no. I want to play this clip for you from Theo Von's show and then talk about the reaction to this, which is insane. When I first saw this clip where Theo Von insinuates that Israel may want to kill him, I tweeted, is he joking? Like, honestly, I can't tell. Here's the clip.
What's going like, did I steal somebody's horse? Did I hit somebody with a vehicle? I have no idea. It was just kind of alarming. And then a buddy of mine sent me a clip, and I could just see the outside is like, you could see me on stage. And then people were asking me about suicide. And I was like, oh God, and I don't even remember exactly what I said, but I can certainly see me saying something like, oh, just try not to take my own life,
Which is reportedly what he said. I think I have it here. The quote was, he was saying he was having a long month and that he was trying to take his own life.
Which I understand it's not a joke to some people, right? It's not a joke to me. But it is something that I'll say stuff sometimes. I say stuff, right? You know that. If you've listened to this show before or seen anything, I say stuff. I would never take my own life. I would never take my own life. Okay? You hear that, Israel? I would never take my own life.
What?
I'm grateful to God for his grace in my life. I love my siblings. I have so many friends and people that love me and people that I want to see their children grow up. I'm hopeful that I get to have a wife and meet my own children one day. Like, there's a ton of things in my life that keep me alive and hopeful, right? I want to be able to have an impact in the world. Those are just a few of them, probably. So many just moments we've shared on this show that I'm like, oh, I live for those things. I want to see Vandy win a championship. So
okay, so I think you get the general gist of the context here. It doesn't.
What is happening? Like, what is he talking? I'm sorry, I don't have any beef with Theo, but yo, everybody go on vacation. Oh my God! Like, look at his face there too, and I think he's getting a little bit more plump. Far be it for me. No, all jokes aside, I know that he's had a hard life. He's had some issues in the past, so I pray that, he doesn't fall back into these things during stress times, and God is good.
Appear to be a joke. Maybe he was joking. It's possible. And I don't want to drag him if that was the case. However, the general reaction from his fans and online is that he wasn't joking. He's making a very serious video where he's talking about how he did this show in New York, it bombed, people were saying that he was suicidal, and he wants to address those concerns. So the presumption amongst most people is that he's not joking when he says the Israel thing. And I guess the bigger issue is that whether or not it was a joke isn't necessarily what matters. It appears not to be, fine, maybe it is, but the reaction to it is plumb nuts. Now, I will say this. I definitely want to talk about the Israel paying people thing. That'll come up in just a second. But I responded by saying this. Is he joking? Because it's an honest question. Grim Calls on X, I don't know who this is, 36,000 followers, says, Theo Von on the recent suicidal rumors, quote, I would never take my own life, okay? You hear that, Israel? And we'll take a look at this post and see what the reactions were first. One person, Gen Z Patriot, says, crazy that in 2025 you have to make a public disclaimers letting people know if something happens to you, it was Israel. No, you're just psychopaths. Wild times, bro. Why does the video jump? He's got two cameras, and you can see he turns and looks. They do that because it allows for easier editing. And at first, I thought it was fake. Cartier family says, oh, wow, what is going on? This person, Nuck, says, I'm not suicidal if I die. It was Theo Von. Haha. Captive Dreamer says, safer to criticize Israel than mass migration. Says it all, doesn't it? America forever. Stuff like this is going to make me become a Zionist. Israel does not care about this guy. Seriously. Some have said he was lying because he actually did say that he was trying to take his own life. To be fair, I think Theo Von may have been joking about being suicidal because we don't actually know what he was doing on this show. He doesn't seem to be depressed or anything. And often people use hyperbole like, man, every day, just try not to, I understand. I actually think he's being honest when he says, I was just like using an extreme rhetoric as hyperbole, right? There's, Blakely says, it's actually pretty disturbing that American citizens are having to regularly say this. No, they aren't. Y'all are just insane people, okay? Holy...
Calm down, Blake, Tim. There are a lot of people who are going through some hard times. I believe Tim is one of them sometimes, but at the same time, I'm not saying that he wants to hurt himself or anything, but relax. Oh, she said, it's a shame that a lot of people are having to say this. She was talking about people being suicidal, and his energy is like rubbing off on me because he's like, you're just like that pressured speaking is like me doing that just now made me feel weird. Bro, You know, like, let us not act like, you know, that people don't do crazy things in crazy times. Like, this actually turned into something else. I was ready to laugh a little bit at Theo Von, but I kind of don't want to laugh at Theo Von. People really shouldn't be playing around with saying that they feel that way. I'm not here to... I saw the clip when he said it, and he didn't look like he was joking. Plus, the little bit of weight gain is kind of concerning to me. But, you know, God is good, and I send prayers out to to Theo Von. So annoying. I wanted to kind of make this a little bit of a joke video, but I can't even mess around with that. And, you know, calm down, Tim Pool. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.